we'll ignore that camera. Talk to me, top 3 priorities. What do you hope to achieve elected?
Well, I think when you start talking about priorities, for me, there's one overarching priority, and that is that I felt last year, about 14 months ago, that the country was going so far in the wrong direction. We're getting away from the constitutional roots of government. We're getting away from mortgaging our children and grandchildren's future with all the bank bailouts, the car buyouts, the stimulus bills, the health care bill, all those things, cap and trade, all those just signals to me that we're going entirely in the wrong direction. So the priority is one priority, and that is to turn this thing around. That is to find someone who really represents Southwest Georgia to Washington and not the other way around. I think if you look back at Congressman Bishop's record of his votes, particularly in the last 2 years, he's been very out of touch and out of step with Southwest Georgia. And I think it's time we have somebody who can go to Washington to represent us.
Give me some specifics. Why should Columbus residents vote for him?
Well, because I think if they really want somebody who will represent them, I think they need to look back at what's going on in the country and look back at the direction we're going with cap and trade, with the health care bill. If they're for bigger government, if they're for more government intrusion in our lives, if they're for more spending, then they need to continue right on the way they're going. But if they want to change that, if they're for smaller government, for less spending, for less taxes, and for better representation, really, then that's the reason they ought to vote for Mike Keown.
What sets you apart from your opponent?
We're light years apart. I mean, we're nowhere close. We probably don't agree on a whole lot of anything. I'm very conservative, and I just don't talk conservative. I am conservative. I've been in elected office down in the State House for 6 years. I'm the same person I was when I started. With me, what you see is what you get. I'm not going to come home to Southwest Georgia and tell folks one thing and then go to Washington and do another. They can count on me to be me. That's probably the biggest thing that sets us apart, is they can count on me to do what I tell them to do.
What would be your first task, the first day on the job when you sat down at your desk? What would you do?
Well, probably one of the first things you want to do is try to repeal this health care bill. I think that's one of the biggest things that we have on the agenda, is to try to repeal that health care bill. It is something that's going to bankrupt our country. It's something that is not good for us, and I think people of Southwest Georgia and the country, if they look at any poll, say we do not want this. We're not in favor of it. And the town hall meeting after town hall meeting here in Southwest Georgia, they told that to the congressman, but he went back and voted for it anyway. I think that's the number one thing on the plate.
Talk to me a little bit about the momentum you have here in Muscogee County.
We've had a lot of momentum in Muscogee County from the very beginning, and it's a lot of support from the city of Columbus, people who can't actually vote for us, but who look at the way we're going, and they see that we're going the wrong way. They look at what's going to happen with cap and trade. They look at what's going to happen with the health care bill. And they say, we are on an unsustainable path. This is going to bankrupt our country, and so I think a lot of people, quite frankly, are worried more about the country than they are themselves right now. It's not, am I in the insurance business? Am I a doctor? Am I this or am I that? I think a lot of folks are looking around and saying, we're scared of where we're headed as a country.
Columbus kind of bucks the trend as far as the state is on a whole on unemployment with all the opportunity coming in. What can you do to maintain that progressive?
Well, I think one of the reasons that happens is that they have such a great operation to make this a business-friendly place to live. And I think you just have to continue that. You have to be proactive. And I think that starts at the local level. That starts with the local chamber of commerce people and the business people that are there who create that climate, work through the state legislature. One of the things I want to do is put somebody on my staff in the 2nd Congressional District who won't do anything but economic development, who will work with the state folks, work with the local folks, county commissioners, city council, to bring business and to keep business in Southwest Georgia.
Anything else you want to add? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stop button eventually. Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you.
I appreciate it.